Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is CRAZYYY, and go ahead and click subscribe if you're not already joining us on our journey to design a whole life. So today I'm back with another video that I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've actually recorded this video multiple times, and even about a year ago, and I've just been so kind of like, I guess, embarrassed to tell you guys, but the whole point of my channel is to tell authentic, transparent conversations and spark up conversations about things that we all go through that no one is talking about. So I finally gathered up the courage to tell you guys this freaking crazy story. Let's just call it crazy. I was gonna say embarrassing, but it's not embarrassing because there's so much to learn from it. I honestly feel like I went through this just so that I can tell you guys on my channel, literally. So anywho, let's get into this super crazy story. Very brief background on me and this guy. I was 17 years old, just graduated high school. Me and him met probably like a month or two prior to graduation. I lived in Victorville, he lived in Fontana. We met at a friend's house, and we were kind of dating. We would talk on the phone probably like every single day since we met, texting all day, and a couple of times in between that time we actually kind of met up and had a cute little date, and we would incorporate our friends and all kinds of fun stuff. So there's some crazy stories with that, okay? So anyway, that's our history. Me and him were dating. That's what I called it. If you would have asked him back then, he would have called it talking. Ladies, disclaimer, if you're talking to a guy and you guys are dating, you guys are exchanging flirtatious conversation, going on dates, spending time together, that is by definition called dating, and you are building a relationship. Does not mean that you're necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend, but you are dating. So if you're with a guy and he's calling it talking, that's a red flag. I'm just saying, throwing it out there, reeling it back in. So one day, I guess, I'm assuming it was my idea because I had a car, he did not. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in this story. So it may have been my idea, I don't particularly remember, for me to go down there and come see him. It was probably a collective effort, to be honest. So I'm like, awesome, cool, let's do it. The funny thing is, I actually have a picture of me the actual night, right before I left to go down to see him. Here it is. I literally I look so happy. Why was I so happy? Well, I know why I was happy. So anywho, that was me the actual night. Crazy, huh? So anywho, why did I take a flick? I really can't tell you. I think I told myself that I wanted to remember this night. Look at that. God is be dropping little keys. He knows what he's gonna do with his story. So here's the deal. I was 17 years old. I still lived at home. It was summer break before college. My dad worked night shifts, so he would leave around, probably at that time, probably left around 10 o'clock. So I waited until my dad left to work, and then around probably 12 a.m. Then I was in hot pursuit. So the boy I was talking to, look at me using that language. The boy I was dating, I just don't understand. When I want to make a video, all the noise in the world is made. I just don't understand. He was somebody who always fell asleep at the drop of a dime. We would be in the middle of a conversation, out like a light, just like that. So my biggest concern was for him not to fall asleep on me. Right? And so I'm telling him okay, look, I'm about to come down there around 12 a.m. So let's stay on the phone while I drive down there because it's going to take an hour and a half. Now, I live in Victorville, he lives in Fontana. If you do the math, that's probably around 40-something miles. It's not going to take an hour and a half to go from Victorville to Fontana. But you'll find out why later. He was like, no, I'm not going to fall asleep on you. What I'm going to do though, since it's going to take an hour and a half, I'm going to take a quick nap. I'm setting an alarm, and I promise I'm gonna wake up. I was like, no, the freak, you're not. You're gonna fall asleep. He's like, no. I got you. I promise I'm not gonna fall asleep. Call me as soon as you get off the freeway. I'm gonna be up. I'm like, okay, fine. So, hop in the car, and Oh, right when I get down to the pass, I run into serious, heavy, crazy, bumper to bumper traffic, which was so strange. Listen, there were so many cues and signs and opportunities for me to save myself from the travesty that is soon to come. Yeah. So I get off the freeway, boom, send him a little text, you know, I keep driving, I didn't get a text back. So I give him a ring, ring-a-ling-ling-a-ling-a-ling, no answer. I have two options. I can go back right now, just hop on the freeway and go home, or I can just go and assume that he's going to wake up. So obviously I kept driving. So I'm passing his house and he still hasn't answered the phone. So I pull into the parking lot. I think it was like a Fresh and Easy or something like that. The one with the line. So I park my car and I'm bumping music and I'm just kind of like just contemplating. Now I'm furious, I'm pissed off, I'm annoyed, I'm mad, and also kind of sad because I really wanted to see him and it's looking like it's not gonna go the way that I thought. He still hasn't answered, not a text, not a call, hasn't, you know, didn't answer the phone, half awake, nothing. So I'm like, just sitting there. So I sat there in the parking lot and I told myself, look, I'm gonna wait 30 minutes. That was very generous of me. I'm gonna wait 30 minutes. And if he doesn't call me back or wake up by then, I'm out of here and I'll deal with him after this, but I'm just out of here. I'm waiting.
One eternity later.
I'm over this, F this guy, this is it, this is the last straw for me, I'm done, I'm out of here. But then, right when I was about to pull out of the Fresh and Easy parking lot, I stopped. And I was just thinking like, what if he calls me when I'm driving? Or, you know, what if he wakes up? Because I really wanted to see him. Obviously. Okay. You know what? 30 more minutes, and after that, I'm done.
3:28 a.m.
Nothing. So at this time, now I think I was like kind of sad. I'm going to start my car like, I'm out of here. And my car didn't start. Boom, car's dead. My car died. I snuck out of my dad's house. I'm 17 years old, dressed in booty shorts, tank top, and a very light sweater with tennis shoes on. It's freezing outside, and my car died. Oh, you want to know what else is funny? Do you? My phone was now on less than 10%. So then the first person I called was my older brother. He was like, I'm not coming down there to give you no jump. So my brother was like, okay, the only thing you can do two things. Number one, you can call Poppy, which was a no, or you can call the police and ask the police to give you a jump. I randomly get a call from the boy. He wakes up. So he wakes up, he calls me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm cutting him off. Look, shut up, I don't care. I need you to come out here and help me right now. The police are on their way to your house to come get me a jump because I've been waiting for you and my car is dead. So I need you to figure it out. And he was like, no, like freaking out, like the police can't come to my house. Like, what? Oh my God, they can take me to jail. Homeboy was in a group home. He was a juvenile delinquent. It's a lot. So the police goes to his house. It's just not a good look. So I'm like, well, fix it. I don't care. They're on their way to your house right now. Tell them to come find me. Tell them I'm at the Fresh and Easy down the street. I don't care. And you're not helping. So figure it out. He's like, oh my God. So he's asked me where I'm at. I told him where I was at. He called the police back. Told the police exactly where I was at. And then I made him stay on the phone with me until the police got there because I was scared. And so I'm sitting on the phone with him. We're not saying anything because I'm just so mad. And he was toxic in the sense that he was trying to make me feel bad for me making him feel bad that he couldn't come help me. But I just couldn't understand. I'm like, why don't you just tell the people that I'm here, your friend is stuck and your friend needs help? He's like, I just can't do that. And so I was just so pissed that I couldn't say nothing to him. And he was like, well, I'm finna get off the phone, I'm finna go to sleep. What? I'm on the phone, tears down my face, just crying. Like I just cried because I just felt so stupid. Just slap a clown face on me. Like I felt so stupid. The police comes and I'm like, all right, thank God I get to go home now. So he's like, all right, what's going on? So I tell him the whole story. And he was like, listen, I don't want to get on with your business, ma'am, but I would suggest that you dump that guy. He's a loser. And he is a loser. So the cop's like, all right, well, I regret to inform you this, ma'am, but I cannot give you a jump because we have computers in our cars that burn your engine. So you're gonna have to call somebody else to come help you. What is the point of police if they can't help you when you're in danger? So the cop was just like, well, what I can do, ma'am, is I can sit with you until, you know, my shift is over just to make sure that you're okay and you're safe. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you at least for that. And he's like, yeah, no problem. You know, so you can charge up your phone here in my car if you like as well. So I'm standing outside of the cop car. Oh, I think I got to sit in there with him. I got to sit in there with him and charge up my phone. Now this cop was so nice, so chill. And I'm just telling him all my problems with this guy, and he's just like, yeah, this guy's no good. He's rotten apple, sweetheart. And I'm like, I know. And so literally all this time elapses. It's probably like an hour that I'm sitting, like an hour and a half that I was sitting with the cop, just like running through all the freaking contacts and my phone number. So I called every single friend I had with the car, like, oh, can you come help me? Can you come down here and give me a jump? And all of them said no. And I'm just like, no, y'all are not real friends. So I called my brother. My brother was literally like, the only thing that you can do now is call Poppy. I'm gonna call my dad. How am I gonna tell my dad this? How am I gonna tell my dad? Then like the cop was kind of like my therapist that night, and I was like, okay, dude, like, what do you think I should do? And he was just like, you're probably just gonna have to suck it up and call your dad. I'm like, no, I don't want to call my dad. I can't even think. So I mustered up the courage to call my dad, and I was like, Poppy, okay, look, I know I'm gonna get in trouble. I know you're gonna ground me, and I totally am okay with that, and I totally understand why you will do that. But right now, I'm in some serious trouble, and I need your help. And my dad was like, what happened? And I was like, okay, don't be mad at me, but I drove to Fontana to visit my friend, and my car died, and I need help. And he was like, what friend? A boy? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what the hell are you doing going out there to go see no boy? What the hell? And I was like, okay, Poppy, I understand that you're mad, but my phone is dying, and I'm sitting here with the cop, and he's gonna leave soon, and I don't have much time, but I just need help. I don't know what to do. And he was like, okay. So my dad, first of all, my dad is such an awesome man. I love you so much, Poppy. He's such an awesome man, an awesome dad. He always comes through. If you watch my channel, if you've been following me, you know that my dad is always coming in clutch. So my dad gives me all the information I need to like contact AAA. He walks me through the steps. He walks me through like where it's at in my car and everything. And so then I call AAA, and the AAA's like, okay, we'll be there in like 40 minutes.
1 hour later.
They come in about an hour. And then like right before they came, the police left me. But before he left, he told me to like come to the window, and he was like, all right, you're gonna be all right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, I just want to leave you with this one tip of advice. And I was like, okay. He was like, leave that loser. He's not worth your time. This time I spent with you, you're an awesome girl with an awesome future ahead of you. Leave that guy behind. And I was like, thank you. So then AAA comes and he is trying to jump my car. And he's there for a really long time, and I'm hearing some noises that I don't really recognize, okay? So then he swoops around to my window and he was like, the car's not dead. It's actually something else, and we don't have the equipment to fix that. You would need a mechanic, and we would have to take it to the shop. So yeah, I can't help you, ma'am. Okay, what? That's vodka. I'm just kidding. Where was I? Oh. So I had to call AAA again. And I call them and tell them I need to get towed to Victorville. And they tell me it's gonna be about another 45-minute to an hour wait. Finally, around, I think like 6 a.m. he gets there, hooks up my car, and we head up to Victorville. Call. My God, like, why is your TV so loud? Like, Jesus Christ, like, you can't hear? God, I'm so sorry. I can't even think his TV is so loud. Can you hear it? I really hope you can't hear it. I'll be so mad if you can. There's a lot, obviously, to that story. Him and I didn't talk for a while after that. I will say that after that, I did kind of take on the hat of like, it was my fault, like, because he got mad at me. You know how guys like to play the little reverse game on you? Like, it was actually their fault, but they make you feel bad for making them feel bad. He somehow switched it around to make me feel bad. And so I remember I like dove really deep into this one book called Women Are From Venus, Men Are From Mars, and which is a really good book. So like I dove deep into that book to like figure out like, what's the miscommunication, like why is he feeling this way when it was his fault, and why is he trying to make me feel bad for making him feel bad when I'm just expressing myself. And so anyway, yeah, so I did all that, and I did a little bit of butt kissing to get us back on track after that, which was ridiculous. I should have just cut him off then, which I did later, but the reason why I bring this up is because there's a lot of things that I learned just about communication and confidence and self-worth in this relationship that I was in with this guy. And one of the biggest lessons that I want to talk to you guys about really quick before we end this video is the notion that when you're in a relationship with a guy and you are so afraid that you'll push him away, that you'll lose him, or that you'll upset him and like turn him off to you if you speak up, if you stand firm in what you believe, and if you like speak your mind, and say what's really on your mind, say how you really feel, and like just own up to your truth about who you are, what you believe, and how you feel about whatever it is. I did a lot of muffling myself in that relationship, and even just with that situation, like even when he called me the next morning and he was like, you have no reason to be mad at me, like I just let him tell me that bull, instead of calling his bluff, being like, nah, this is your fault, you in the wrong here, you on punishment, bye. Instead of doing that, which is what I would normally do, I was operating out of a really strong sense of insecurity in myself, and a lack of knowledge of my self-worth, because in my mind was like, if there's confrontation, then he'll leave me. But that means that I'm not insecure in who I am. I don't know my value if I'm afraid that's what will happen. Because like, for example, if you get into an argument with like your parent, let's say, like they're not gonna just stop being your parent. Like, you're gonna be annoyed, but you still love them because you know the value that you hold in their life. Like, you're their whole child. You ain't going nowhere. And so you have to have that same confidence in relationships to know who you are, to know that just because a confrontation arises, they're not going to leave you. And I will, last notion is, I think one of the main reasons why I felt that way was because he was like the closest thing I've ever had to a boyfriend. So, I think because of that, because of my insecurity just with guys and never having a boyfriend, I didn't want to lose, you know, like my first almost boyfriend. Like I didn't want to lose that. So I was like walking on eggshells when I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm doing him a disservice because I'm not operating in the fullness of Clarice. I'm not being authentic to who I am because there's certain things that I would say that I'm holding back because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. So yeah, if you're in a similar relationship and you're growing from that, just know that there is a you know, light at the end of the tunnel, that you can move forward and you can gain that self-confidence in who you are, and be in a relationship without having that fear. So if you are someone who's number one in a relationship and you really resonate with the things that I was saying, and you're kind of like finding yourself being kind of insecure to speak up and all that stuff, I really highly encourage you to speak your truth, to be bold and to be courageous, and to never muffle down your words, who you are, what you have to say, how you feel for anyone, especially for a guy that you're just talking to. They are not your husband. They don't owe you. You don't owe them nothing. You don't have to compromise for them at all. All you have to do is be who you are, and if they're the right one, they'll stick around through the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, because that's what makes you beautiful, is everything about you. So that's my story, that's my video. I really hope that this video resonates with some of you and also encourages some of you, that lets you know, hey, you're not the only one that's ever done something stupid for a guy, and lets you know that you're not the only one that has kind of sacrificed a little bit of who they are in order to try to save a relationship. So I love you guys so much. Again, I really hope that this video was entertaining at the very least and insightful in some ways as well. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it in the comment box. Share your story with me in the comment box, and hit like and subscribe if you want to join us all on this journey to design a whole life. That's what the whole point of this channel is, to talk about the real, the behind the scenes on how we got here. Yes, I'm self-confident. Yes, I'm whole. Yes, I love who I am, and I do not bite my tongue for anybody, and I would never. But I wasn't always like this, and so that's what the channel is all about. It's just exploring the journey to wholeness. So if that is something that you want to be a part of, go ahead and subscribe and join us, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys.